I think mobility is the engine, the heart and soul of any modern city.
Mobility, accessibility of a destination is one of those fundamental issues. I think it's a non-negotiable for so many visitors.
If you start with transport, because you can make changes within 10 years, a decade, rather than with housing, which is going to take a generation to change the racial spatial configuration of the city.
So we're going to have to really think very hard about rail, densification and bus into the future.
If you're designing a product and take transportation as a product, it really needs to be needs-based. Okay, you have to identify the needs of your ultimate use. And I think probably we have slightly missed that with our design of our transportation system.
And the legibility of Cape Town has got to be a focus area and an area of investment.
One of the biggest challenges I think we've always had from a transport perspective, that all roads lead to the centre of the city.
The Metro Southeast must be connected to all nodes.
I'm a big proponent for encouraging more movement within the city.
You also don't want to reinvent the wheel. You want to enhance what is already working. If rail is working, make it work better.
It must be connected to the expansion up the west coast.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's happening on the west coast, and the IoT has been set up along the west coast now.
Because it's not as easy to get around as we sometimes think it is as locals who know how to navigate ourselves.
It must be connected to the Voortrekker corridor, Voortrekker Road corridor.
Because the better it works, the more people will be drawn to use rail.
Their ability to move within a city literally encourages that city to do more.
The other thing, of course, is if you're going to have a bicycle network, for God's sake, make sure that people actually know that they can get access to bicycle easily, that they can cycle. They don't have to cycle long distances. You have many cities in the world where people rent bicycles for 10, 15 minutes to get to the next point.
It must be connected to the CBD and the southern suburbs.
So you design one part of the system and forget about the needs that make the whole system work as a whole.
You've got to open up access and connection between the Metro Southeast and the rest of the metropolitan area.
And perhaps with an Olympic model that's more decentralized and a transport model that connects into this decentralized model, we'll be able to fast track the reconnections of the city.